ever seen a house fly, or a kitchen sink, or a door jam, or a camera wink, or a willow weep, or a golfing tee, then you'll be leaving me the talking Christmas tree. If you've ever heard a shoe horn, or a tree bark, or a table groan, or a car park, or a pillow sigh, or a spelling bee, then you'll be friends with me, the talking Christmas tree. 'Cause I'm a Christmas kind of guy, that's my time of year to fly. Hey, why not come along? I know you've seen a hat tree, and a river run, and an ear of corn, and a setting sun, and a tub with feet, and a saw that sees. Now take a look at me, the talking Christmas tree. How do you do?
What in the world is going on here, talking tree? You colorful, laughable, once-a-year slapstickle, magical talking tree.
Hi, Santa. Oh, won't you sit down and have a happy birthday egg?
Huh? Oh, now, wait a minute. Everybody knows that you give eggs at Easter time. For a birthday, you bake
A pumpkin pie filled with turkey.
No. You cook a turkey at Thanksgiving, and at Halloween,
You dress up like a ghost and slide down the chimney and go ho, ho, ho.
No. Now, we need to straighten this fellow out. I think he's had too many corn dog fudge sundaes. All right, now, talking tree, let's start with the first holiday of the year. Now, what do you say on New Year's Eve?
Trick or treat.
Well, then, what do you say on Halloween when you ring somebody's doorbell and they answer?
Won't you be my Valentine?
Oh, how can we straighten them out? All right, Tree. What do I use to ride through the sky on to deliver presents at Christmas?
A broomstick.
I give up. I tell you, you have your holidays all mixed up.
Oh, no, I don't, Santa. I was just teasing you. But the story we're going to tell this time is all about a man who just couldn't get his holidays right, no matter how hard he tried.
With 2 days to go till Christmas, Reggie and Tyrone were a couple of live wires, barely able to sit still. They were brothers, 2 years apart. But more than brothers, they were each other's best friend. One evening, as the boys sat down to supper, the Christmas spirit took them over and everything made them laugh and giggle. You two need to burn off some of that energy, their mother said, after they'd eaten and helped her with the dishes. And I have just the job for you. Yes, said their father, you two get your coats on. You're going to pay someone a visit. Mr. Pierce called this afternoon and told me that Ed Lumley is sick and can't be a wise man in the pageant this year. Well, who's going to take Mr. Lumley's place, Tyrone asked. Mr. Walls from down the street, their mother said. The boys doubled up with laughter and rolled on the floor. But Mr. Walls is so out of touch, said Reggie. He cooks a Labor Day turkey and puts flags on the drumsticks. And, said Tyrone, at Halloween, he carves a heart in the center of a pumpkin and puts in the words, "Be my Valentine." Now, said their father, Mr. Walls has never had a family of his own to keep him up to date on holidays, but his heart is big enough to make up for it. And, the boy's mother said, he has never been in a pageant before, and he really wants to do this. He just doesn't know who a wise man is or what he dresses up like. You two go over and help him out by telling him all about the wise man. Well, the boys were greeted warmly by Mr. Walls at his front door. He brought them into his living room. They sat down, and he served them Halloween candy corn in Easter baskets. Boys, he said, nobody loves celebrating a holiday more than I do, but I'm going to tell you a secret. I can't get my holidays straight. Reggie and Tyrone giggled. Now, continued Mr. Walls, Mr. Pierce wants me to be a wise man in the pageant, but isn't Wise Man's Day in February? Well, the boys were confused. Sure, said Mr. Walls. Washington and Lincoln, the wise men. No, you've got it wrong, Reggie said. Those are presidents. You celebrate President's Day for them. But I thought President's Day was December 25th, Mr. Walls said. No, Tyrone said, that's Presents Day, the day you give presents. Well, should old acquaintance be forgot, Mr. Walls said. I should write that down. Look, fellas, what does a wise man in a pageant wear? Well, the two boys looked around, and in a corner closet they saw a 4th of July Uncle Sam suit. Why, a wise man, said Tyrone with a tricky smile, likes to wear red and blue and white. Yeah, and sparkles, added Reggie. They both laughed. Mr. Walls went to the closet and pulled out the Uncle Sam 4th of July costume. Well, now this is my Thanksgiving carving outfit, Mr. Walls said, but could I wear it to be a wise man? It would be perfect, the two devilish boys said together. Christmas Eve, Reggie and Tyrone went with their parents to enjoy the pageant. Everything went smoothly, beautifully as a matter of fact, right up until Mr. Pierce said, from the east came wise men. From the east side of the hall came two men wearing robes and crowns. But from the west side, there was only a sizzling sound, you know, like when your mom makes bacon. At last, out came Mr. Walls, dressed in the Uncle Sam 4th of July costume, carrying real sparklers in his hands. The laughter started at one end of the auditorium, and soon it spread all over. People were slapping their knees and pointing at Mr. Walls, who didn't know what to do. Worst of all, the little baby in the manger became frightened and started to cry. No one could quiet him. Well, when the fuss was at its greatest, and it looked as if this pageant would end in disaster, Mr. Walls bent over the baby, and wonder of wonders, it smiled and was still. Mr. Walls picked up the happy baby, and as Mr. Pierce looked on happily, and the whole group cheered and sang, Mr. Walls and the baby greeted Christmas. And every year since, Mr. Walls and his Uncle Sam 4th of July costume have been the absolute perfect ending to the pageant. As everybody says, it just wouldn't be Christmas without Mr. Walls.
So Mr. Walls became the hero of the pageant, and Reggie and Tyrone saw that playing tricks on someone can hurt their feelings.
But everything turned out okay in the long run, Santa. Hey, kids, did you like that story, huh? Well, let me hear you clap. Come on, really, clap.
Oh, I tell you, they loved the story. Listen to that clapping, and look, it's Mr. Walls in the pageant. Oh, you kids have made another great ornament. Your tree at home must look magnificent with all the ornaments you and the tree have been making this week. Now, you color this one in and cut it out and put it on your tree. Wait a minute. What are these?
Well, gosh, I don't know, Santa.
Oh, now you played another trick on me, talking tree. All right, now get rid of these. Thank you.
Oh, no more tricks, Santa. We promise.
Well, good. Now to bed, everybody, and have a happy 4th of Labor Day, Auld Lang Syne.